We look at Section 12 of the Insolvency and Bankruptcy Code 2016, which talks about the time limit for completion of the insolvency resolution process. Now, Section 12(1) states that the corporate insolvency resolution process shall be completed within 180 days. 180 days from where? 180 days from the date of admission of the application to initiate such a process. That is the process of corporate insolvency resolution. Section 12(2) states that the resolution professional shall file an application with the NCLT to extend the corporate insolvency resolution process beyond the stipulated 180 days if he is instructed to do so by the committee of creditors, and this committee of creditors shall have 66% of vote share. 66% of them shall be in favor of extending the CIRP process. 12(3) states that when the NCLT gets such an application, if it feels that yes, the resolution process requires an extension, then it will grant an extension, but such extension cannot be granted for more than 90 days. Also, such an extension is granted only once. Now, the aim of this act is that the CIRP process should be completed altogether in 330 days. This 330 days will include the extensions given and also the time taken by the legal process. Let us look at the case of Ahmednagar Merchants Cooperative Bank versus Shri Ganesh Stampings Private Limited. Now, the corporate debtor in this case is Shri Ganesh Stampings Private Limited. The corporate insolvency resolution process of the corporate debtor started on the 16th of December 2019. Take 180 days, that's almost around 6 months, and it would get over on the 13th of June 2020. However, there was a lockdown announced by the government on the 25th of March 2020, and therefore the applicant, that is the resolution professional, claimed an exclusion of 219 days. Let us look at how this 219 days is calculated. The resolution professional said that from 25th of March to the 2nd of June 2020, the total number of days is 70. From the 3rd of June to the 9th of September 2020 was the lockdown period, which consisted of 98 days. And from the 10th of September to the 31st of October was a partial lockdown, which was of 51 days. So the total number of days claimed was 219. So the resolution professional asked for an exclusion of 219 days from the stipulated 6-month period. So on the 31st of October, the committee of creditors met and they resolved that they would ask the NCLT for an exclusion of the period of lockdown from the CIRP process and also an extension of 90 days to complete the resolution process. And this resolution was approved by 100% of the committee. Now, the NCLT heard the resolution applicant and it granted the period of 219 days. Ideally, the the CIRP process would have ended on the 13th of June 2020. It would now end on the 3rd of February 2021. The NCLT also approved the extension of the CIRP by 90 days, and therefore the CIRP will now end on the 4th of May 2021.